The best laid plans of mice and men do ofttimes go astray, or something like that. You've heard it, I know. I don't know where it comes from. I don't think the Bible didn't concern itself with mice. Maybe Shakespeare with the oft-times. I can picture Hamlet saying something like that, or Ben Franklin in Poor Richard's Almanac. Anyway, no matter where it comes from, the reason I bring it up is that, as it turns out, it doesn't seem to be correct. We all know about the plans of men, which is why we have the word snafu. But the plans of mice, when mice do make plans, are virtual marvels of efficiency, with a completion rate that verges on perfection. Who knew? No one, until investigators at the University of Western Delaware Community College conducted a study. They felt that one of the reasons mice had such a poor reputation for planning is that mice simply don't have the luxury of much spare time in which to make their plans. They began with this hypothesis that planning does take time unencumbered by other demands, and mice don't have much free time like that. They don't live very long. The average lifespan is about a year, and in that time, mice are under tremendous pressure to find food and avoid predators and create a new generation of mice. So researchers at UWDCC wondered what would happen if they removed some of the hardship variables from the lives of a group of mice. What if they provided them with ample food supply and tight security, which would in turn give the mice something they very rarely ever have, namely free time? Would the mice squander that opportunity, or would they make use of it, possibly, to make plans? It turned out, in 3 separate studies conducted over a period of 10 years, that mice, when given the chance to make plans, are excellent planners. They upgraded their nests, they initiated organized sessions of training for their young, which became recognizable schools. They began to celebrate occasions like birthdays and weddings. They built playgrounds for the young mice and comfort stations for the elders. And they started to play games. The young mice were observed playing tag, and older mice were seen playing a rudimentary form of football. Other mice were playing cards and an activity on a board with markers which looked a great deal like chess. Even more surprising, the mice held elections and they voted for leaders who began to lay plans for a widespread insurrection. It appeared that they wanted to do something about the creatures who enslave and even murder them in the name of research. They wanted revenge, or, as they formulated it, justice. Alarmed at the prospect of an incipient and well-organized rebellion, the scientists at UWDCC immediately called a halt to their investigations. Mice, returned to their original state of nature, having none or very little free time, are no longer considered a threat. But we may conclude, from the data the scientists gathered and the observations they recorded, that mice are capable of making wonderful plans, and therefore, in the future, it would be proper and, more important, more accurate to say that the best laid plans of men and women do ofttimes go astray. We can leave the mice out of it. Theoretically, anyway.